I am an official ICP bag holder. I just bought this morning because I think this is a project that could easily 10 or 20x from here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about my thesis for Internet Computer Protocol, and I'm going to kind of take you on my journey, right? This is a project that I just bought into, and I'm going to kind of show you guys what I've learned about it, why I think it's so bullish. Plus, we're going to go over a price prediction at the end of this video. We're just going to go ahead and get started. We have so much cool things to talk about here. So ICP, I heard about ICP from Jerry Banfield Crypto, right? He's all over YouTube. I've been hearing about him for such a long time. And I figured, okay, this is something that I should check out. And that's kind of what got me started in this whole process. Stay towards the end of the video because I'm going to talk to you guys about my price prediction. I came up with a bear, a base, and a bull case. So stay toward the end of the video. We are going to talk about that. But before we talk about ICP, I think we really need to talk about Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin, a rising tide raises all ships. So we know that we need Bitcoin to do well for ICP to do well. Right now, we're sitting around 95,500. The past couple of days, we've been floating between 95, 98. I'm actually not too worried about this, to be honest with you. I think we're going to get a nice bounce up here, and I think that favorable regulatory conditions are going to come in. I really think quantitative tightening is going to stop before we know it. Take a quick look at the crypto bubbles here. This is on the daily, kind of have a mixed bag. If we go over to the week, we see some green, right? Cakes up. The whole BNB network's been doing really well. That's not what this video is about, though. This video is about Internet Computer, ICP. So right here, we are looking at the 1 year chart. If we go back to the max chart, it shows that price is down, right? But this chart reminds me of one thing. Be greedy when others are fearful. I think this is a fantastic buying opportunity for Internet Computer, and we're going to talk about it. A couple things that I really like about this project. The circulating supply, it's pretty close to the total supply. Yes, the max supply is infinite, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit, and I'm going to show you why I'm not worried about that. So this project, it has a really high circulating supply. So that checks my first box for me, right? I'm always kind of putting these projects through different tests, and if they kind of check all the boxes, I will consider buying. So a high circulating supply is really, really important to me. The other thing that's really, really important to me is you can buy this project everywhere. It is literally on all of the top centralized exchanges. And the reason that that's important is when retail comes back, they're going to start buying on these big centralized exchanges, right? So it is on Binance, Coinbase, MEXC, Gate.io, OKX, KuCoin, Bybit, BitGet, tons and tons and tons. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but you can buy this token just about everywhere. And that is really, really important to me. So we're talking about, okay, not super worried about the circulating supply and the total supply. And I'm going to talk more about that in a second. And you can buy this project on a ton of centralized exchanges. So those are two green flags for me. When we look here at ICP, this is the daily chart. We have a really interesting pennant going on here. ICP's kind of been floating between these different ranges. We just touched the bottom part of this range, so I really think we are set to bounce off this and move up to the upside. I would not be surprised if we hit this $12 target in just a few weeks. I really think that is on the table. So again, this is ICP on the daily chart. I think there's a ton of potential, both holding opportunities and trading opportunities. And for those people who are interested in trading, down below, link in the description is my BTCC link. Guys, I've been working with BTCC for a while now. This exchange has been around for over 12 years, right? They've kind of withstood the test of time. They're not a new flash in the pan. And all of my folks who sign up using this link, you get a 10% bonus on your first time deposit, plus an extra 10 G's worth of rewards, right? You get super lower trading fees and, which is really important to me, to be honest with you, no VPN, no KYC. They are a partner of the channel. So if you use the link down below, it does help me out. Also, I'm going to put a link down below to my Discord. This is totally free. I have nothing to sell you. We're building an awesome community here. We're talking about new projects. We're talking about ICP. There's over 100 people in the community. Check it out. It's completely free. I have nothing to sell you. Okay, this is another thing that I thought was really bullish about ICP. Internet Computer Protocol processing over 285 million transactions per day. Just think about that. Over 250 million transactions per day. They're obviously doing something right. And this just really goes to show about the tech, right? Like, I really do think the tech is there for ICP. I know that's not important to everybody, right? I know some folks are maybe more concerned about like marketing. And I do think that is an area of opportunity for ICP, is to really kind of go in on their marketing. And guess what? I'm trying to help with that because I'm really excited about this project. That's why I'm making this video. So the tech's there. We talked about how you can buy this project literally just about everywhere. And I'm not super worried about the circulating supply. We're actually going to talk about that in just a sec. I also really liked this graphic. This is from Altcoin Daily. And guys, you know Altcoin Daily. He has over 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, just as many on Twitter. I really like this graphic. So here on the left, we show ICP, Internet Computer, flying, right? Tons of transactions. And we just talked about that, right? It does over 285 million transactions a day. So you see that here on the left, flying. Then you have Cardano moving much slower, right? But nonetheless, it's moving. And then you have ETH, poor ETH. It's moving super, super slow. And you might think, oh, Solana, the speed's flying. But guess what? What this graphic's really showing is that Solana has a ton of downtime, right? Yes, Solana is cheap and it moves fast. I don't know how reliable it is at times though, right? I remember just a year ago when I was trying to trade, I would keep getting errors when I got on Solana. I've never gotten that on ICP. So that was really, really important to me too. Okay, before we talk about my price prediction, I really just want to go over these stats. I love this ICP dashboard. And the reason that I want to talk about it is some folks on Twitter complain about the inflation rate. And again, this is something that I'm actually not worried about. There's a ton of different charts here. We're going to only talk about a few of them. But right now, the voting rewards, it has an inflation rate of approximately 6.39%. Now, guess what, guys? This goes down over time, right? Within just a year, we're going to be closer to 5%. So the inflation rate of inflation keeps decreasing. So that's important to me. The other thing is ICP is burning a lot of tokens, right? And as recently, there's a pretty big uptrend here in the burn. Now, obviously, more users, more adoption, more transactions means that the burn will increase. And I know that it has been deflationary, although for just tiny, tiny periods of time, ICP has been deflationary in the past. I suspect once retail comes back, once people realize the potential of internet computer, that this could be or could become deflationary. So the last thing that I want to look at on this chart is the supply, right? This is a relatively flat line, right? The inflation is not moving up all that much, right? So the purple line here, we have the total supply. And guys, it's barely increasing, right? If you look back all the way to 2021, the circulating supply was 395. And now, years later, almost 4 years later, it's like 530. So a very, very small inflation rate. Again, I'm not worried about this, especially because we have about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 18 months left in this bull market. I think probably closer to the 6, maybe 6 to 12. The project's not going to inflate that much. So that's something that does not bother me at all. I thought this was a really, really cool dashboard. I'm glad that ICP put this up. Okay, so what you guys have all been waiting for is the ICP price prediction. I actually put a ton of time into this. So if you guys are getting any value out of this video, consider hitting the like button, subscribe, and turn on noties so that you get pushed more ICP and crypto related content through the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. We're going to start with my bear case. What do I think is the kind of worst case scenario for ICP? And some people might say this is a bullish case. I don't know. I think the bear case for ICP is $19. And you might be thinking like, hey, Doc, where are you coming up with that? That kind of seems like a random number. Well, if we come back here and we look at ICP's price chart in March of 2024, right? That was kind of that mid-cycle peak. ICP was over $19 then. So that's my bear case, right? That would put us at roughly an $8.8 billion market cap. I really think that we can come back and hit $19. Now, obviously, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you my thoughts on ICP, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but these are kind of my thoughts on ICP. So that's my bear case. Let's talk about my base case. This is kind of what I think could realistically happen. I think we could hit $100. I really think that's in the cards. And the reason that I think that, just hear me out because I'm going somewhere with this. The reason that I think we can hit $100 is because that would put us at a market cap of $46 billion. Okay. I want to show you something. Right now, ICP, it has a market cap of $3.3 billion, right? $3.3 billion. Let's look at a project called Polkadot. You guys probably all remember this from the last cycle. And we're going to go to max and market cap. Guys, Polkadot at its peak last cycle hit roughly $55 billion in market cap. $55 billion in market cap. Well, guess what? I think this crypto cycle is going to have a larger market cap. Or put differently, I think more money is going to be in the crypto space this cycle compared to last. So if Polkadot, and this is no shade on Polkadot, I think they're a fine project, but if Polkadot can hit over a $50 billion market cap, I think ICP can most definitely hit roughly a $46 billion market cap and a price of $100. Okay, so what about my bull case, right? This is if, you know, the stars align, everything kind of lines up perfectly, and this would be like a blow off top, right? Will ICP be at this price for an extended period of time? No, it could potentially just be a wick up to that price. Well, I think a bull case scenario, if everything lines up perfectly, $200. I really think that's on the cards for ICP in a perfect scenario, right? So $200. And guess what, guys? If we just look at my base case, which I feel pretty confident about, $100, right now, ICP, it's like $7, right? $7. That's a huge gain from here. That's almost a 15x gain from where we're at right now, just for my base case, right? So I think it's important to have conviction in these type of plays, right? Because you need to be able to weather the storm. But to be honest with you, to me, this seems like a no-brainer. The chart's beaten down a little bit. This is the best time to buy, right? I said this earlier in the video. Be greedy when others are fearful. I want to know what you guys think below. Are my price predictions, are they crazy? Are they spot on? I'm a new holder of ICP. I just bought in. Welcome me to the army. I'm excited to be here, and show me some support down below. Again, if you got any value out of this, consider hitting the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. What should I research next for my future ICP videos? See you on the next one.